All right, so we have worked in reverse through all the steps except for the very first one, which is how do we actually set up this diamond problem. So we're starting with our standard form quadratic. We know that we want to get to factored form. We go through these steps. Well, how do we actually get this diamond set up? And it's one of those things that seems a little bit tricky until you do it a few times, and then you realize it's the exact same thing every time. So again, what we want to do is think, okay, we have a diamond puzzle. Well, the first thing you want to do is we're going to go back to that A, B, and C. I'll talk more about this in a second, but you're going to find this A, B, and C from your equation. And then you're going to take the A times the C and put that in the top. So it's the first term times the last term goes in the top. The B term goes in the bottom. Okay, so let's see if we can apply that to this problem now. So the A, B, and C, where does that come from? Where it comes from this equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. And you don't need to memorize this, but you do need to know that the A, B, and C are just those numbers that correspond to each of these terms. So the A is the number that comes before the x squared, which in this case is just 1. There's no number before the x squared. B is the number that's before the x, which in this case is 10. And C is the number that's by itself. In this case, that is 21. Okay, so let me go ahead and erase this so it doesn't confuse us. We don't need to write this. Okay, so we're going to take the A term times the C term and put that in the top. So 1 times 21 goes in the top. So it's just 21 in this case, 1 times 21. B goes in the bottom, which is, in this case, 10. Okay, now we can work our way through the rest of the steps. So we're going to solve the diamond puzzle. So again, we're going to think, what are some numbers that multiply together to get 21? 21 and 1 definitely works. 7 and 3 is the other one. That's really common, 7 times 3. Which one of those two adds together to get 10? Well, it's definitely not this one. It's going to be 7 and 3. So that is the solution to your diamond puzzle. Sometimes you don't need to write this out. If you see the pattern right away, just write it down. You don't need to write that out unless you're getting stuck. Then you want to list these out and think what multiplies together and then what adds together to get the bottom. Okay, now we want to write our factored form. It's helpful to remember that the factored form looks like this, with the x in the beginning of each set of parentheses. In the first parentheses, you're going to have this number. So it's going to be plus 7. And in the second one, you're going to have this number, so plus 3. Okay, almost done. Now we use the zero product property to actually find those zeros. So we're going to take both of our factors. You'll set them equal to 0. So x plus 7, set that equal to 0. We're going to solve for x. So it's plus 7, so I want to do minus 7. Got to do it to both sides. We get x equals negative 7. Then we'll do the same thing here. X plus 3 equals 0. You want to get rid of that plus 3. Well, if we subtract 3, that will get rid of that. Just cancel out. We get x equals negative 3. Oops, negative 3. And there you go. Those are all of the steps to get from your standard form all the way down to finding your zeros. So the exit ticket is going to be the next problem set after you practice this. Those last 3 problems, I'm not going to do a video on those 3. That is the exit ticket. So that's these, I can show you these problems here. So 22, 23, and 24, those are your exit ticket.